Twice in one day. What do you gotta say? Oh man. Oh man. What's going on in fantasy world today? Hey? What's going on in fantasy world? Where the devil doesn't exist and well you're riding high with God? No work necessary. I don't know. Oh, I think you're fucking living in like I said, it's fantasy land. It's fantasy land out there. Like I'm telling you. Like what's the one thing I got on you? Fuck. So that lying journalist, that evil journalist, that some fuckhead made a bad choice and put his name on a fucking. Anyways, hey, you can only fuck with someone saying someone's bad, they're the fucking idiot, they're the loser, before they fucking show their proof. Hey, the Atlantic comes out. Hey, look, war plans. It's classified. But then again, you guys don't fucking care anyways. You never cared when Bill Clinton lied to you. And you're not gonna give a fuck that Pete's a big fat fucking liar, and so is Tulsi Gabbard. What a fucking wow. The administration just fucking ripped my heart out. You know what I mean? Like I was thinking, hey, there's got like fuck. Hey, do liars do good in the end times? I don't think so, especially big fat liars who lie to their whole country. You guys are living in a fantasy because Pete Hegseth and fucking Tulsi Gabbard want you to. You know what I mean? They don't want you to know the truth, but then again, hey, they're veterans. There's someone you can trust, someone you can believe in. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I don't like. Like, why hasn't the FBI, CIA, and DOJ been ripped apart already? Like, that should have been day one shit, eh? As soon as Cash Patel was in there, like, okay, anyone who signed up on that laptop, we're gonna have to charge you too. You led the people astray. But people don't care about treason these days. You know what I mean? I don't think we should lop their heads off. I don't believe in what's that called? Capital punishment. I don't believe in it. You know what I mean? But hey, if you're gonna risk it for the biscuit and fucking against your whole fucking country, you should be able to fucking take the punishment when you get her. You know what I mean? You want to step up and play big time, you know? Take the big time fucking slap in the ass when you get it. That's the thing. These people need to be humbled. If they aren't humbled, they don't know they're a problem. You know what I mean? You guys got to let them know. You guys can't lie to us anymore. This ain't cool. Why are you lying? But there's so many big lies out there. No one cares to find out if they're lies. I do. I actually do care if I think that fucking uh there's some medicine I got from my family based on some information that I was told that might have been faulty. I don't know. Like I'm watching Kim Iverson here. Donald Trump's pick to head the CDC. They're a disgusting organization. I'll tell you why I think that way. I just don't tell you why I think that way. But this woman they've hired ahead, she's gonna work with RFK. She's a beaut. Anyways, fuck. What was I gonna tell you guys? I was gonna tell you guys something about the CDC. Yeah, the CDC. I remember watching them in Congress. Because remember, these guys are the ones that, you know, we're supposed to go by what they say, right? Well, you guys are. I think Canada falls lead all the fucking time with all this CDC who fucking, you know what I mean? But anyways, I saw them in Congress and someone asked the question, just how many people at the CDC is we forced our military to get it. So, hey, if you guys are telling us that you guys are recommending that, shouldn't you guys be 100%? No, not the CDC. I I can't remember what it was, but I'm willing to bet at the time I watched it, and I know there's a video out there, like 20%, 20%, and they were the one dictating. It's kinda like Gavin Newsom, you know what I mean? "Stay in your house, keep your mask on." I'm off jet set, watching fucking football games, hanging out with stars, no mask. Hey, I love you, California. But then again, hey, they've got us so brainwashed thinking this is what we deserve. They think we deserve Gavin Newsom because we let them think that we do. Well, we don't. I mean, I'm not American. I'm not from California, but same sort of character. You know what I mean? We got Mark Carney here sliding in for fucking prime minister. I'm telling you, that dude is like, it don't take a brainwave. If you guys would just take a couple seconds, head on over to the WEF website. Tell me if that's an exciting future for your children. And do your investigations on those people, especially Noah Harari. Do one on him and think and find out what he actually thinks about humanity, drugs, and video games. Unless maybe it's AI and he's just a beauty, you know what I mean? He's a big time bookseller, you know what I mean? Oh, fuck. Oh, like a good neighbor. Hey, Taylor, how's it going? Like, that's one of my regrets. Like, when I think about being stupid, like, hey, when I call people stupid, it's out of love. I've been stupid a lot myself. I fell for the Fauci fucking the Fauci fucking doohickey. You know what I mean? Hey, we weren't even allowed. Like, we gotta be smarter than this. We weren't even allowed at first to say that it was a fucking lab leak, a possible lab leak. People were going bananas and getting blocked off the internet if that was being said. And wow, oh my goodness. And to pardon, like I say, I hate sounding like a broken record, but when you fucking pardon the guy that was involved and he ain't ever been charged with anything, it just seems weird. Seems weird, you know what I mean? But yeah, talking about the family trip I took my family on, you know what I mean? We all went out, got our little pricks, and went out and thought we were good human beings. Proud of ourselves, we were. You know what I mean? There we were. Hey, we're not gonna kill Popeye. No way. Hey, Papa's gonna be good now. We got the medicine to save Papa. And then fuck, I'm on TV and I'm like, hey, they're giving away French fries and hamburgers over in America to get the fucking shot. I'm like, oh my goodness, something's up. Something ain't right. Something smells like shit here. You know what I mean? Tossing in a burger and fry for rocking a shot. Hey, Jonathan, did you get a burger and fries with your shot? Did you get a shot? Were you smart enough? Were you smarter than the Mashiach? Because I'll tell you what, bud, I think it was all divine purpose. You know what I mean? So I could relate to those who once who got it, so I could say, hey, let's find out if it was bad. You know what I mean? Let's just can we finally get a look at all of the information? I know they're giving out the JFK stuff right now, but could we get like, hey, was the WHO and Fauci and fucking Billy Gates and all the boys, were they into harming the world? or not really caring what was in the juice and just making some money. Who knows? Like, can we do an investo on that? Are we allowed to talk about that now? You know what I mean? You always got to question a man like Bill Gates, Jonathan Evans, but we don't. You want to let him go out there, keep it on. I think he's a pedo. It's just my personal opinion. I think he was on the island many times. I think the flight records would show that. For Elon Musk told me so. And Bill Gates' wife, Epstein. Part of the reason me and Billy no longer together. But then, hey, sometimes what freaking stupid people like Bill like to do is they like to throw some shit out there because he knows that there's people out there like me who think when they hear his wife say, "Hey," he's got to make it look like, well, he was affiliated with Epstein. It's because Epstein had the goods on him that he was cheating on his wife. Hey, that's real. That's real. Go look at it. You got to put that out so you can say when Bill goes to hang around with people, well, what was the Epstein thing? Like I heard your wife say, you can go, wow, not a good man, and I was cheating on my wife, but that's what he had over me. I loved my family. I didn't want to give my family up, so I stayed in business with them. You know what I mean? You gotta cover your ass up when you're a fucking bad dude. Hey? Dot, 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 dot. Send some fucking news out there for people to chomp on, bite on, and anyway, it might be the case, right? Jonathan, do you believe in magic, Jonathan? Do you? Do you think Bill Gates could be a little warlock, eh? A little manifested machine, writing little scripts out for you. Well, we'll have a nice little pandemic and we'll fuck the whole world up. Can you imagine if that was on purpose? That fucked the whole world up, man. That started the tailspin of my fucking life, buddy. You know what I mean? They did some damage with that. They hurt a lot of fucking human brains, man. Just And we're just gonna let them get away with it, right, Jonathan? Right? You wanna let them get away with it because 'Cause they're big and powerful, and there's nothing you can do about it, eh, Jonathan? You're only gonna deal with the things you have the power to deal with. That's why you're such a little weakling, you little weakling. That's why you let fucking men like Bill Gates run around the streets and do whatever it is they wanna do. You're weak and pathetic and don't know your own power. Carl's here to cheer you up and say, hey, Jonathan, it's time to become a man. You know what I mean? Own and operate your own brain. And there's a big reward for that too, buddy. Eternal life. Can you imagine that? Just wanting to live in the truth and owning and operating your own brain, Jonathan. What doesn't that sound wonderful? Where you get to own and operate your own brain, bud? Come on, buddy. Aren't you tired of playing Pinocchio? You and the rest of the world, aren't you tired of playing Pinocchio? Don't you know if you just stop the lies, you become a real boy? No more puppet, Jonathan. You have your own real boy brain. Hey, bud? We got Jonathan comments. I don't know if I said anything to you, Karmas, but how's it going? You're still here. What's wrong? Mm. How's your day going, Tyler? Or Taylor, sorry. Carl, you're going down for what you did to your wife. What did you do to my wife, bud? And Shane reacts. What did I do to my wife, Gaston? What are you propagating that you got from your buddy AD's channel, huh? Huh? What lies are you spreading that you didn't want to talk to me about first, Gasville? Huh? What kind of Christian are you, brother? What things did I do to my wife, eh? You told everyone you beat her up. I've never told anybody I beat her up. No, you guys took that and ran with it, buddy. I was laying down a scenario where I asked AD what would happen as him being a man. What would happen in that scenario to AD? And well, did we get around to the other side of it? What would happen if it was a girl? Well, let me tell you, bud. It was not a troll, bud. No, no. You guys took bad information and ran with it. I was talking about AD. I was painting a scenario, bud. Like it was a real scenario, but like the other way around, you know what I mean? I was like, hey, what happened if it was a man in Minnesota? What would happen? Hey, this is kind of what happens if you're all in over here. Nothing. Hey, Johnny, come on, bud. I can gladly say to you, I've never laid my hands on a woman, brother. Never, never. Can you say the same things, brother? Brother, brother, can you say it? Hey? Same. Yeah, yeah. You should go do the rewatch. Ask Costco which video it is and watch it and see if I ever say that I laid my hands on anybody, because that would be a lie. Sure, Castle. It's all right, brother. You keep coming down on me all you want. You're gonna feel super upset in your belly. Super upset when you're gonna be awfully disappointed when you find out there's God and you have to be in the truth, Castro. You can't just go to church on Sundays and say, hey, Taylor, do you know where to get being nice gets you? Nowhere fast. You have to be solid in the truth, not try and hurt anybody, but be nice when you can, but don't take people's shit. You know what I mean? No, it's okay, Taylor. It's okay. You know what I mean? It's Asheville. Listen, your life is a movie, bud. Look at it this way. And inside of you is a little recorder. It's God. Hey, bud. If you don't fucking find the little truth switch, switch, you know what I mean? The Jesus switch, you can't get to God. You got to be within the truth, bud. You know what I mean? That's the thing, Taylor. If I'm being honest with you, prayers is the like my number one thing. I would tell people, but it's not the way people pray today. You know what I mean? Most people you picture them, they're on their knees or they're at their tables and they're asking for something. You know what I mean? They're just instead of trying to talk and communicate with God, say, "Hey, send me Jesus, send me the truth. What's inside you, Carl? Jesus is inside of me, and so is God. Do you know how I know that? Jesus told me so because I hear him. You know what I mean? You ever read the book? If you hear him, you know. Hey, if you seen Jesus, you seen God. Did you know that? Do you know why? Because Jesus is the seed of God. You know what I mean? It's like us. like with us mortal men, even the same. When we have a son, he starts with our seed, right? He's a part of us. You know, no, you know what I mean? I think it's the same thing. That's why we're supposed to know that we're part of Christ. You know what I mean? But we don't get it. It's Taylor. We tried to be nice to Carl. He said he can't fix stupid. Well, Jonathan, what do I say and do that's stupid? Watch this, Taylor. There'll be no answers in the comment. What do I say and do that's stupid? Eh, what? Hey, would you like to see the rich elite pedophiles off the streets there, Jonathan? Is that something you'd like to see? Hey, I know you don't want to be a part of it, but would you like to see it? Hey, eyes open. I need to take a look within. No, I did that. That's why I can stand firm in God and knowing who I am. And knowing that, well, the pedophile protectors are not the ones doing good in the world. The ones coming after people like me who want to make the change just because we look crazy, that's because people don't really have God. And when somebody has God, they're going to look a little odd. You know what I mean? You're not used to people who actually believe in God and willing to do God's will. You know what I mean? That's our purpose. Either God can rule this earth or the devil can ruin it, run it. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, he's infiltrated most people's brains. And this is where I I feel sorry for you guys. I don't know what they're doing to people's brains. I really don't. You got to see this Kim Iverson thing. I think I shared it that I'm watching this woman from the CDC that's going to lead the CDC. She's from a thing called DARPA and ARPA. ARPA's the one you need to look into. That's more of you go look into it yourself. But the one thing that I did I want to look into. I have there's this dude on TikTok. His name's Chaotic or whatever. He's just a normal cool dude, and he just talks about regular things and well, not regular things, things that aren't out in the public but they're real. And he talks about fingerprinting, brain waves, and stuff like that. You guys should really look into that. It's yeah, when I seen that. And who knows what harp's all about, you know what I mean? Like frequencies, they probably do mean something and shit like that, right? I mean, they've got our music set to a frequency that's not supposed to be really great for our brains. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, that's pretty much common knowledge, isn't it? You music experts and ask Ryan Upchurch. Ask Ryan, he'll tell you. Yeah, they'll set things at frequencies to hurt your brains. Dirty Smith. Did someone figure out who Moses is? Moses who? Moses from the Bible? Nickel G Racing. Gobbler can put effort to drive 5 hours to see Ronnie, but won't 5 minutes to see his son. Carl, it's called political theater, dummies. Try protecting your own family. Hey, bud, if you can't talk to your family, you can't protect them. You know what I mean? They're not on the same page with you. You know what I mean? If they don't see the evil, you know what I mean, dummy? You got to make the change in the world. You know what I mean, dummy? Eyes open. Get your fucking eye open. It's because of fucking retards like you. These fucking rich pedophiles go around doing whatever the fuck they want. You don't care. They do it right in front of our face. They go all meet in Davos. You know what I mean? And talk about fucking how they're gonna fucking own everything, and you'll own nothing, and you'll be happy. Hey, Pinocchio? So fucking get rid of the lies, dumbass. Get in the truth. The world's a shitty place because you make it a shitty place because you don't think you have any power to make the change. But when someone with power does come, you sure wanna knock them the fuck down, don't you? Who's the piece of shit here, eyes open? Who do you think's with God? Do you ever think about hell? Because 'Cause I'm telling you, I'm one of God's children, and you are fucking with the wrong person. Really fucking bad. You're gonna eat it, and you only eat it because you asked to eat it. I've asked you not to eat it. I said, "Please, you're doing a shitty thing, and you're gonna eat your own shit. Don't do it. Don't do it. God's real. I'm begging you, don't eat your own shit." And then always just fucking go, "Where did you get that from? You fucking just shit all over your faces. Fucking lying about me, fucking just trying to destroy who I am, make me feel less than a man or whatever it is you fucking tards wanna do. You can't break me. You only build me. I love you guys. Without you, I couldn't have been this big and strong person that I am today, you know what I mean? I've been through the big and best fucking narcissist the world, I think, has to offer. You little clowns are nothing. Yeah. Sorry you forgot I was chosen. Well, you'll be sorry once you find out I am chosen. And those who aren't chosen, who say they're chosen, are gonna be really fucking sorry too. So, hey, that's why I wouldn't go lying about shit, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to build a channel here. Well, yeah, I'm trying to build a fucking channel for the fucking world to get into Christ. But hey, you know what I mean? You don't wanna do any work, Jonathan Evans. You want a fucking leader who's gonna do all the work for you know what I mean? Yeah, you go do what I should be doing. Lead me the way. Trumper, lead me to the promised land. I'll tell you. They're making him out to be something he's not. That's what I think, but hey, why forsake your own bloodline? Hey, what if I am the bloodline, motherfucker? Huh? Why do you think I'm this? What part of me thinks what part of you thinks that there's something wrong with me? The world's a shitty place because of fuck faces like you who run around looking to take people down because there's something wrong in your fucking life. Your children, Carl. Hey, bud, I go where the truth is. It's the way Jesus told you to, you know what I mean? Flow like water. You don't get it, do you? You will never be in God's kingdom if you pick men over truth. You'll find yourself in a whole heap of shit. You know what I mean? Eyes open, got Carl triggered. No, I'm tired of hearing the bullshit. You say that I'm crazy and there's something wrong with me, and I think I do things that you would never have ever been able to even consider doing. I've been through more hell than you'll fucking. Well, hey, I hope you get her. You know what I mean? I found God through hell. I hope you get a taste of her. You know what I mean? A good hard taste. 'Cause that way you can find God. You won't want to suffer anymore, and you'll find a closer and closer and closer relationship. So, and like I said, you're only hurting yourself. Bye. What else do we have on this little thing here? I know there was. Oh, geez. Director Patel, one of the benefits of being here, Russian language centers across Africa that pay special. Oh yeah, some of that there's like they're in Congress and they're talking to Tulsi and they're talking to Kash Patel and that, and they're talking about the fuck you would, dirtbag. Hey, the world's crumbling, the demons are running it, and you don't give a fuck. Hey, hide in your house, say you're protecting your family, and think you're good. You're not. You're a piece of shit who can't see past your fucking own shit. You want to pretend like you're good. You're not. You can't protect your family. This world is not ran by God. Oh no, no. Shit turd. Wake up. You're the problem in the world. Eyes open. You better open those eyes up. Like, turn your TV off, Carl. Why? I don't watch that much TV. You know what I mean? You should ask Uncle Will. You should send this little clip to him. Say, hey, look at Carl's eyes there. Uncle Will, does he look like the kind of person that would lie? You see the gateways to the soul through the eyes, eh? Uncle Will, go take a look at your videos. Take a look at your eyes. Take a look at mine. Anytime you want, bud. Because you're right. She's all in the eyes. Seen that little clip from Uncle Will earlier. Just to have a little share my little baby blues with him, you know what I mean? Or did you see the gates of hell through there, Jonathan? You might have. You might have seen. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. So you guys still haven't answered. What is it you don't like that I do? Oh yeah, back to no, no, no. I got to go back to this. So there's this woman, and she's asking, "Hey, Doge is like taking all this money away from Kenya, and money away from there's another place." She had a good point, but it shouldn't have been a good point. You know what I mean? It was a good point. But so what she did is she said, "Hey, these people from Kenya that we used to fund their journalism stuff. We used to fund their journalism stuff. So now that we're not giving them their money, China has now hopped in and opted in to, well, take over." You know what I mean? So she's kind of like, hey, like, do we pay for that stuff or do we let China take over and they kind of dictate what Kenyans are learning to do with media? You know what I mean? And then there was another one too. But anyways, why should we ever be to that point where we're always against each other? You know what I mean? Why would you want to go into it? Wow. Wouldn't it be great if just Kenya could run itself and fucking do its own journalism and not have to rely on anybody else? You know what I mean? But we have to come together as humanity and try and fix all the bullshit and get rid of all the shitty leaders, Jonathan. What do you think about that? Even Trump, hey, we gotta, if he's a bad boy, we gotta jail him, right, buddy? We gotta jail him. But hey, what has he done to get jailed other than try and fucking, hey, do a little dictation here and there, right? Because I gotta tell you, one of the things that I fell for Trump is I thought a lot of the charges he got charged with were stupid, like a loan that got paid back. I was like, what the fuck? He over-evaluated his property. And they're like, well, what else? What else was there? There was that chick who said that she did that. I mean, I don't think they could have found a bigger flake to a more unbelievable. Like, I want to believe women when they say that because I think that's probably the worst thing you can do to a human being. But I don't know. She just didn't come off believable. And then there was the whole fucking paperwork at Mar-a-Lago. You know what I mean? And then you find out that some of the files, hey guys, trying to set your old Trumper up, making it look like he started a war with Iran. That's the paperwork he had. His own government was trying to set him up. Like, those are his words, not mine. It was recorded. I heard it. But rumor has it that there was paperwork on the Macrons there too. You know what I mean? How could Trump run around knowing that? Well, they're playing dress up over there in France and not tell the people, hey, guys, don't deceive the world. I cannot let you deceive the world. If you want to be a woman there, Mr. Macron, dress up in pretty little gowns and stuff, so be it. But the people need to know who you are and exactly how you met your fucking husband and how you became a couple and how you rose through the ranks of the Rothschilds to become the present prime minister of. Hey, did you guys know that? Do you know that, Andrea? Do you know that the current Mrs. of France is a Mister? This is the twisted up fucking world we live in. And I can say these things to my wife, like, why would you hide something like that? You've got something to hide. He was groomed. And you know what she says to me? Why do you need to know their private business? And I'm just floored because she's fucking brainwashed. Like, if you're gonna lie about that, what else will you lie about? It's like Pete Hegseth. How do you feel about your Secretary of Defense flat out fucking lying and denying that he had war plans on an act? I got the fucking video. He says that fucking guy's a liar and a cocksucker, and it didn't happen. Tulsi's like, I don't remember the conversation. These are people who are supposed to be representing you, doing the best for you, and they fucking lie. Like, and nobody cares. It's like we'll live in fantasy land. We don't really care. Trump Gaza. Fuck. We got all the rare earths from fucking Ukraine. Oh, that Trump, he's so good. And he brought us the 51st state. Not only the 51st state, the 52nd state of Greenland. Oh, Trump, what a conqueror. Oh, Caesar. Caesar. Hey, wouldn't you guys rather change the system? You know what I mean? Just do a whole rigmarole of her. Just say, game over, people. You know what I mean? We outnumber them. We outnumber them, eyes open. Ah, eyes open. I do desperately feel sorry for you. I do. I don't know. Can your brain even register that if there's a God and you just run around being a dork, you get to pay for it? You didn't use your God-given talents for other things. Maybe have a dream, a purpose. But no, you want to break me of my dream, don't you, eyes open? You want to take my purpose away from me? Well, you can't do that. You're not strong enough, eyes open. You and Donald Trump and the American army and the Canadian army and the whole wide world of armies couldn't stop me from fucking standing up and just saying, hey, what's the truth? Because I want God and I don't give a fuck about the rest of yous. You know what I mean? If you give a fuck about God, I want to be with you. You don't want to be with God. I'm at the point where it's just like, why do you come to my page? I'd rather have like maybe have a conversation with Taylor on here or something. You know what I mean? Maybe be inspired to get fucking StreamYard and have a conversation with somebody here. You know what I mean? I'm only trying to find people of God. You know what I mean? Jonathan, hey, if you don't want to be that, why do you got to keep coming over here? If you don't want to change the world, go over to Little News Channel or something. Go visit AD. Go become a gobble, eh? Go become Team Johnny Gobble. You know what I mean? Have your purpose over there. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna cut this short because I can hear my granddaughter throwing a fit, and, I'm gonna go help her out.